An interministerial committee mandated with the task of sourcing the biometric voter registration kits through a government-to-government transaction revealed to the Joint Parliamentary Legal Affairs and the Constitution Implementation Oversight Committee that the voter registration exercise was still on course.
They are confident very soon. Government is confident, I'm told, very soon that they will have acquired those equipments. They have also had more. The earlier tender was going for 9,000 or so pieces of kit. Now it's going to I think, 15,000.
Parliament had 2 months ago approved a 3.9 billion shillings budget for the procurement of the BVR kits. However, the process of awarding the tender for the supply of the electronic voter registration kits collapsed due to vested political and commercial interests that left IEBC a divided house. The Kenyan government has received a concession worth 4.6 billion shillings from the Canadian government for the supply of the BVR kits.
You remember they were complaining of us giving them resources that was less than what they had requested for. They now have 3.9 billion to utilize for other functions, because this acquisition is being done through a concessionary loan from the Canadian government.
Sources disclosed that a Canadian firm called Incorporated that is earmarked for the supply of the BVR kits has already identified 3 companies it will partner with to undertake the electronic voter registration in Kenya. They are Lethal Technologies from South Africa, whose expertise is security printing. A French company, Crossmatch, has also been incorporated in the consortium. Its area of expertise is provision of scanners and printers. Matrix of South Africa has also been roped in. Code Incorporated was wound up in June this year, and its assets sold to a newly formed company called Electro Services International Incorporated.
And technology is almost magical now. These deficiencies in our voters' register can be cured through technology.
Code Incorporated conducted the electronic voter registration pilot project in 18 constituencies in 2010 that registered 1.5 million voters. An evaluation report prepared by a technical team of the defunct Interim Independent Electoral Commission (IIEC) acknowledged that electronic voter registration was more effective and a key element in electoral reforms that would drastically reduce impersonation of absent or dead voters. And on the matters of integrity, IEBC has called for the speedy resolution of a suit pending before the High Court, seeking to bar 5 leading presidential contenders. The suit, filed by a group of civil society activists, initially sought to block 2 ICC suspects, William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta, from the Kibaki succession contest until the other 3 presidential aspirants were enjoined.
We hope that these cases can be resolved before February, or at least before January. We don't have a candidate on the ballot paper who is then found by the court later, after a month later, that is not qualified to contest. So we're hoping that these cases are resolved much earlier before we go to political party primary.
All political parties should, according to the Elections Act of 2011, submit to IEBC their list of nominees vying for various elective positions at least 45 days before the election date, in this case by January 23rd next year. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Live at 9.